The Thought Podcast. We are back.
Yo, look, I'm probably interviewing or vlogging with cousin Raymond. Weight coming off, good eating and much training. GTA shit, hop out and start spraying. Ain't no second life, my nigga, we not gaming. You know who it be. Preston, Louis V, Andre, Lamont, Wash Spaz, and Trudy Lee. We old school, we ain't none of these new dudes. We TikTok, Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. Breaking old habits and we making up new rules. Just make the right choice, yo, whatever you do choose. Them stories you telling, a lot of them lies. Over here it's all love, yo, it's positive vibes. Every day we got something from the heart to the eyes. If not, then every other day, yo, we got a surprise. Just to tell you, yo, everything new. Whatever you do, just hit like, comment, subscribe.
Don't know, and if y'all haven't seen it yet, episode 13 is out right now. Self-made, featuring Kalon. We're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep going with this. But Dre is back. Welcome back, Dre. Dre, how have you been, man?
What's up, Ray, man? I'm doing good, man. Glad to be back. Life is busy, man. Life is always happening, but I'm staying optimistic. You know, good things, you know. I'm just excited to be here. How are you doing, man?
Everything's been good, man. I started working back this week. Not so happy about it because I like my summer vacation, but you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta get back into the routine, waking up early. But other than that, man, it's another day. I'm alive, I'm happy, I'm living well, just came back from the gym. So I feel good. After that gym workout, you feel good usually. So I feel good right now. I feel good, man. I feel good. But yo, let's jump right into it, man. We got two special guests on today. They both from CT2, CT's Finest.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and then we're gonna jump right into the show. You already know how it goes. Let's go. Let's get it. Josh, introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Listen, man. Joshua Spaz from Bridgeport, Connecticut. You know, the east side of Bridgeport. This is where I'm from, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? So working on a bunch of new material, man. That's all I'm really doing. Working on a bunch of new material, trying to get far in life. That's basically all I'm about, and that's all I'm doing, you know, and just basically sharing the love and embracing the love and giving back. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for having me on this too.
Yes, sir. We're about to have a lit interview. Yes. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Trudy Lee from CT, and I'm an influencer, aspiring entrepreneur. Content on YouTube. I do inspirational videos on Facebook. I have a residential restaurant called Sauce It Up Eats. I could be found on YouTube at Sincere Team. I could be found on Facebook, La True Wisdom. If you want to see my food and what I'm giving it up like in the kitchen, you can follow me on Instagram at Sauce It Up Eats. And yeah.
Yes,
welcome.
Yes, yo. Again, yes, welcome, y'all. Guys, I'm really happy y'all came on to today's show, man. Like, both of y'all got really great content, especially you, Trudy Lee. I've been watching your videos, and we're gonna get into the videos because I need you to explain some of the videos you did. But before we get into it, I want to ask y'all both: why did y'all start vlogging? What made y'all start vlogging? And Dre, this question goes for you too. But Trudy, I'm gonna start with you. Why did you start vlogging? What made you want to do this, and what made you want to stay committed?
Okay, so I basically started this in the beginning of the pandemic when everybody felt like the world was kind of coming to an end. It kind of made me a beast, if that makes sense. It made me want to understand why our children are always on YouTube, why our children are always watching these videos, and what's the benefit. So the manager in me, coming from restaurants, kind of was like, let me do some research. And once me doing that research, I realized that you can make a lot of money. That was the first thing. I'm just going to keep it real. You can make a lot of money vlogging your life, just being your transparent self. And I'm always the type of person that money doesn't move me, though. So after I got the concept that you can make the money, I'm like, but what can I do to help change the world? So with that being said, I started to just do things that were more passionate to my heart, more dear to my heart, like building memories with my children, being able to do food reviews and let people know where and where not to go to waste their money, because eating out is a privilege. And some people do that with everything they got. So I'm like, if I could go out there and try these foods and let people know, don't go here, or if I can drop a video on Social Security or on EBT, which is like food share in some places it's called, and let people know what's available to them, because I like to research things, why not do that? And if I can get paid for it, definitely why not do that? So for me, I'm like, let's be consistent. My daughter, she always said to me in the beginning of the pandemic, Ma, we can never do that. Only these people can do that. So I'm like, these people, what does that mean? We could do anything you see anybody else that can do it.
Word.
Like, you know?
Word.
So I basically kind of did it in a sense of like, I wanted to show that we could be just how those people you watching on TV. We can vlog our life. We could be ourselves. I became a better mother being a vlogger, because now I can analyze everything I do on a daily basis. I can see my ups and my downs. I could actually reflect on my personal views on things, and I be a lot smarter. I've been able to conduct myself a lot better, especially with the camera. It helped me be more organized, because I'm always quick to pick up the camera, so I want everything to look a certain way. It made my daughters care more about their personal appearance, not in the sense of that matters, but it does matter when you're trying to go to a certain level of life. You have to make sure that you're groomed correctly, or that you know how to conduct yourself in a certain type of a space. So just being a leader as a mother kind of kept me inspired to keep going. And then once I got monetized in 11 months. It took me 11 months to start working for YouTube. And once I did that, I'm like, I could do anything.
Yeah.
So it was really like inspiring to see that I could do it. And there were so many people that I was watching, and when I hear their stories and I look back on their video time length, and it's like, they've been doing it for years. If I could do it in 11 months, what else can I do? Then I started doing a talk show called True Card Club, where I prayed with people and I started to educate them about basic knowledgeable things that we should know, like how many bones we have in our hands, like how many presidents did we have, all like basic stuff that us as humans kind of just push out of our brain because we're in survival mode every single day. So like it was dope to see adults that look like me, that didn't look like me, that were my age and that weren't my age, to be stumped over things that we all learned in grade school. So I like used to refresh people's brains and like in the same time be my natural self, because like my saying goes, keep it true and everything that you do, because it starts you. You know? So,
yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Josh, what about you?
So for me, music, that's my first love right there. That's my first passion. You know what I'm saying? So with the music, I was doing the music. I kind of felt like I wasn't getting nowhere. I'm not gonna lie, I got to a point to where I did want to give up. What actually sparked a spark in my brain was, one day I was watching Country Wayne, and he's talking about comedy, Ha Davis, Country Wayne, all of them. So they're talking about comedy. And once he said, off of comedy, I was making $300,000 a month. I said, "Oh, what?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Nah." So what I did was I was basically playing around with it. I really didn't try to take it serious. I was like, okay, you know what? I want to show the world that I can do both. I'm not just stuck in one bubble. Like, okay, he can just rap. Nah, I want to see the fact of, he can rap. And later on in the future, if it comes to movies or anything like that, I can act, I can do all of that stuff. So it just started off as basically just playing with it and having fun. You never know until you have fun with it. Some people say they can't do stuff, but why not try it first? So I tried it, and the feedback I was getting off of it, like I'm talking about, my inbox was looking crazy. I had mad people in my inbox. Yo, I love your comedy. Yo, I love this. I love this. And then one day, I want to tell her this too. This is to the True Wisdom. one day she reached out to me, but I was getting so much scam mail. You get what I'm saying? I was getting so much scam mail that I thought it was a scam mail. So I'm like, man, I ain't even gonna bother to look at it to see what. But what I did was I went to go research, and then I looked on her page. So when I looked at her page, I said, oh, she got such and such followers, and I was like, okay, you know what? I looked at her photos. I said, okay, she's real, because some people just send fake pages. Seeing she was real, I reached out to her. She said she loved the comedy, and she actually helped me out, and that was a great thing. So I just want to give you your flowers right now and say thank you. I appreciate it. What keeps me going with it is, at the end of the day, how I feel is it has to be a passion. So, when I'm working or doing anything, it doesn't feel like work to me. It just feels like fun. You get what I'm saying? And then knowing that somebody can have a bad day and you just make them laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, or somebody feels like giving up in life. Just watching your video could just make them laugh like that, or, mommy, watch this, that. I saw this. So that's what makes me want to keep going. The money, I'm not going to lie, it's not all about the money, but I would love to live better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You keep it honest. You keep it honest, cuz. I
would love to live better. I would want to experience different parts of the world, to go out and go have some fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps me driving. That's what keeps me going. And I also feel like my dad and my mother should not be working another day in their life. I feel like we should be the ones helping them out. You get what I'm saying? So that's what keeps me going too right there.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, yo.
Yeah,
Dre, what about you, man?
Man,
Dre, what about you, man?
They pretty much summed it up. It's all the above. What was it? I started my channel on YouTube in 2019, like right before the pandemic break. So like a year before, and like I started doing like making videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to put things up there because like they're true. You know what I'm saying? I realized you can make a lot of money on YouTube, and like I was always on there anyway. I'd be in the black hole scrolling. I'm like, I'm on this channel for hours. Like I have random stuff people will watch. You know what I'm saying? Like people sit here and literally watch people unbox things, simple stuff, and then they get paid thousands and thousands of dollars. It's like this is a way to have,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to have passive income. You know what I'm saying? Without having to do much work. You put yourself out there, your true self, like what you mentioned before, and like you with your comedy too, Josh. Like you put yourself out there a little bit. And this is stuff that you're not oversharing. You know what I'm saying? There's just little pieces of you that you invite people in, that it wouldn't be too much if it was out there. And you let that video do what it needs to do, and it's passive income. Because every time people watch it, you get monetized, the commercials start coming in. It's you know what I'm saying? Like you can make money, but it's also interesting. Like I have a lot of joy when I post my videos because it's things that I actually love doing. And I didn't mention that as well. You guys covered and pretty much summed it all up. It's a way to make passive income. It's a way for me to enjoy my time. It's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like I like making content, posting videos, and then too, when people are receptive to it, it makes it even more worth it. Like I've videos I've done on Black hair care in corporate America.
I'm subscribed to your channel because
I'm subscribed to both of you.
I'm like, wait, I know him from somewhere. You do hair videos, right? Like, I be watching your videos.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm trying to both of you as well.
Yes.
But
it's
good to hear, man.
Around. Yeah, it's really nice, because it's what was it? A lot of people have a lot of common goals. A lot of people have a lot of talent in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like people are so quick to be in competitions. People are so quick to like downplay. Like, I feel like it's how do I explain it? Like, it's great when you're able to like put yourself out there and it's being received from everywhere, like we all know how hard it is to get even though like certain amount of subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Like you celebrate every single one because it's a process.
Every single one you celebrate.
Crazy. You ask certain people to follow, subscribe, your family won't do it, your friends won't do it, but it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take it personal.
True. Yeah, you can't take it personal. But let me ask y'all, when y'all first put that video up on YouTube, TikTok, how did y'all feel after y'all put up that first video? For me, I was like, damn, I don't really like the way I sound. Maybe people gonna think this is corny. I don't know if I'm gonna get the play I like. Maybe people gonna clown me. But what was y'all first impression of yourself when y'all uploaded that first video?
I'm sorry. I know we have guests. I'm gonna intrude. I'm gonna answer this first. Yo, it's so embarrassing to throw yourself out there and be vulnerable. It's so embarrassing because like what you put out there, may not be received. And just like you say, like it could be to you it's funny, and some certain people, if it finds the right niche, it's funny to them. People are so quick to be like, this is corny, this is lame, this is like this is giving me the cringe, you know? But to be honest, everybody who went viral, they threw their fish in a barrel, you know what I'm saying? And they took a chance. And that's all it is. So like I still feel like that to this day. I feel cringy. I feel like if I'm doing too much, I feel like this is embarrassing. But it's well received from the people who actually do want to follow. You know, I'm building my audience. So like for me, I feel that every single time I post a video, but I don't care. Essentially,
are good, though. Your videos are really good because if I'm not mistaken, you go to the church, right? Passion or something like that?
I used to go to that church. I actually left.
Yeah, so that's where I found you at, matter of fact. And
got you.
When you look and see my subscription, I've been subscribed to you for a little while. And I was like, yo, his videos are dope. I've never seen a Black man do this.
Thank you. That means a lot. I really do.
So don't stop. Like, promote your videos that you already have, like the ones that you have, and like just take little clips in them and put them like literally everywhere. Every platform you own, do it 3 times a day. I bet bread you will see so much more engagement on your page, and that alone is going to give you the motivation to post another video feeling cringy or not, because sometimes you got to use the material that you already have because it's a seed that's planted to give you the courage to keep on going, if that makes sense. Like, because your videos are
complete sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
The true wisdom. Let me ask you, what was your first impression of your video when you first put one on YouTube?
Oh, see, my first video, to this day, I want to take it down. My daughter's like, no, Mom, don't take it down. It was just a hot mess. It was a mukbang video, and the pans looked horrible. I used like my everyday bake pan that shouldn't have been on nobody's camera. Like it was a joke. You see strollers in the background. Like it was hilarious. But I learned that like I bite my lip a lot. Like I did the weirdest stuff I didn't know that I did. Like me and my daughter were big kids on the video. I just realized that I could do it, but I also noticed that I was so shy. The person that I am from that first video to the person I am today is like morning and night. 2 different people. Like now I'm getting on the camera. Like I say, everything is content. Don't forget to film it. Okay. So I'm always grabbing the camera. I don't care what I'm doing. Like I'm grabbing the camera. I want to record it because for me, I like to build memories. Like these are memories. When I'm gone, my kids will always be able to hear the sound of my voice.
That's facts.
Ooh, that was deep. I like that.
And they can see you with them too. That's another thing too. It's not like it's just, you know.
I remember when my mom used to make that face, or I remember when my mom cooked us that meal. Like I could smell that chicken, like if that makes sense. So for me, it's like I'm giving my kids memories that nobody can take them from them because the internet's gonna be here for a lifetime.
Thanks.
So for me, it's like dope, like, you know, and like that's why I'm trying to get as much videos as parents, my mom, my friends, my family, because my parents are not going to be here forever. But I got videos with them so I can always hear the sound of their voice. I'm always going to be able to see how they smile, cuss me out, everything. It's super dope.
Man, the true dropping wisdom, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Wisdom.
Josh, what about you, yo?
Oh man, well, let me say this. It's crazy because my first, whether TikTok or YouTube, my first thing was I was having fun, whatever I was doing. I think I was at a hotel and I was basically squirting with the water gun, but I was having fun. But like I said, I was basically fishing. I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this out there and see what feedback I get from it. Don't get me wrong. I didn't get much feedback, but you know what? I wasn't mad because I always heard that saying, practice makes perfect. So it's gonna be times in life, like when, you have to practice. Don't ever be scared to fail. I think that is one of the best teachers is failure, because now you know what not to do and I know not to do this. I know not to do this. So for me, was I a little shy? I was a little shy to throw it up, but then I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't even care because I have enough confidence like that. So I threw it up. So now, let's say this. as I'm looking back at it, my followers got up extremely, but that's because every day I'm learning something. Every day. So that's where I was at with it.
Right. Okay. All right. So let me ask y'all this. Can y'all tell me the worst comment y'all received and the best comment y'all received on the video?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of those.
Yeah, go first. Go first. Go ahead.
I got comments before. I've got threatened for someone to call DCF on me. I've had people call me like racial slurs. I've had people. Cool, I'm not the best. I'm better now, but in the beginning, I wasn't the best reader. So I do things on my videos because I'm a strong believer of the uncomfortable will get comfortable. So I know that I'm not the only non-strong reader in the world. So I used to read my Bible or my daily word on live. And I had a few people like talk about my reading skills, like try to break me, already knowing that I was a semi-broken, if that makes sense. So like I used to it kind of almost discouraged me. I'm gonna call DCF on you because you're a horrible mother, even though I'm a great mom. So like I didn't care what she was gonna do. But it was like the fact that you could even think like that, try to move like that, your brain went like that to try to take my children out of a good home to put them in a foster home, like thinking that you even had that power, it was like disgusting for me. But I took it as power. Like to this day now, like 6 months later, because this happened kind of semi-recently, she actually like apologized and basically told me like she was in a bad place and she was wrong for doing that because I never blocked her. I allowed her to still watch me grind and shine.
So let me get this right. I'm sorry for cutting you off. You basically mad at what you was going through and took it out on me? Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you continue.
That's the internet. That's the internet for you.
Yeah, and because I never blocked her though, but which I would have used to do, I was like, and everything is content. Don't forget to let them watch you while you filmed it. Okay. So I wasn't going to block her or take that view from my bag. Shorty, I'm just not about to support you because one thing I do is when I support, I'm noticed because my support come hard. So it's like she had to feel that I wasn't in her crowd no more rooting for her. So the fact that she, I guess, started to see more people doing like my challenges. I got this viral challenge that's been out for a long time and it's not, unfortunately, happily say it's still going on and I don't even do challenges anymore. So I guess her seeing me a lot, she reached out like, I'm sorry, I apologize. But the fact that I gave that room for her to be able to do that was a beautiful thing because she can right her wrongs and I could let her know like, Shorty, I don't hate you, Mom. You definitely made me feel some type of way. I'm looking at you with the third eye, but I just want you to know that whatever you was going to do to me wasn't going to prosper no way, Shorty, because I'm blessed and highly favored. So I wasn't even stressing you. So I just stopped rocking with you. That's why I didn't block you because you deserve to be able to feel it because I'm outside regardless of what you're talking about.
To make your enemies your footstool, man.
Yeah. So what was your best comment you received?
My best comment was my best comment. I get a lot of good comments because like that's what kind of keep me going. Like people say like I'm inspirational. Thank you for this. I do a lot of give backs to the homeless and stuff. So like I got a lot of good feedback from that. But I could say my biggest and my proudest subscription is B Loves Life, the #1 mukbanger on YouTube. She subscribed to my channel and shared out one of my videos before. She has over 3 million followers on YouTube.
That's mean.
Yeah, that's
respect for sure.
For real.
That was my biggest thing. I emailed her. I took a leap out on faith and I emailed her my video like, you're so inspiring to me. I really like what you're doing. The things that you say motivate me and my daughters on a daily. I brought your season and I would love for you to watch this video. She watched the video, she dropped the comment and she shared me out on her community post. That was like the biggest thing ever.
Salute to that. Salute to that.
Salute for real. Cuz, what about you, Josh? Tell me your best comment, your worst comment you received on one of your videos.
Comment, my worst comment. All right, so me and LaTrue Wisdom, we did something, and she didn't even know I was recording. So because one day she reached out, she's like, I want to do a skit with you. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now what I try to do was, because my brain's always racing, so I caught her off guard. So if you see that video, if you actually go back and look at it, I actually caught her off guard. She did not know I was recording. So I say days later, somebody said something about her, and and like I slid in I don't honestly, I'm not really into what they said, but I know they said something mean and something
say
hard.
what they said because they might be listening. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
talking shit.
They basically was talking about how she had fake earrings and how her mirror on the side of her car was off. So what I did was I slid in their inbox. I was like, yo, bro, for real? Like, yo, are you serious right now? And they like, yo, listen, it ain't nothing towards you. And I'm like, yo, bro, listen, it's all love over here. Like, it's all energy. Like it's all like, I'm like, what are you doing? And then I'm not gonna lie, I blocked him. So I don't receive nothing from that person no more. I don't receive nothing from that person. So I just blocked him. And I let her know. I let her know what's going on. And I even shared it to her and showed her. And she, she's laughing. And I'm like, yo, listen, it's so crazy how instead of people showing love or embracing love, why is always the negativity? It's always the negativity. Right. And then how I feel is if you feel like being negative, or let's happen to say you said, yo, look, I don't think you was that funny, slide in my inbox to where nobody can see and it's just me and you talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get too crazy on here. The most craziest comment I think I ever got, it was some girl, she wanted to do something with me just because my comedy was funny. And, she wanted my number and all that. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So that was one of the most, like, she was saying some crazy stuff. Like, listen, I think you cute. Yeah, like, I think you cute. I think you're real handsome. I'm like, thank you. I see your comedy. You're going to blow up. I appreciate you. And then she's, yo, look, you got a girlfriend and what's going on with you? I would love to. And I'm like, nah, I just had to just cut it right there. So that was one of the most craziest things that I had.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, because Josh, you ain't get detailed enough for me, honey, and I got to keep it true. You already know, right? So it was funny because I had my Louis Vuittons in, right, which are definitely not. Louis Vuitton earrings cost over $1,000. I'm a single mom of 2 kids. If he thought they were real, that's joke on him. First of all, I'm going to keep your facts, right? Mm-hmm. My Louis Vuitton still was shining, and they still made me look good, period. You hear me? Right. So, yes, at the same note, my side roof Vera, the glass part is missing, right? I can get it fixed right now if that's what I want to do. It's $52. I don't want to do it. So if he would have wrote the comment and said, all right, if he would, I told you I was mad. I was like, Josh, why you deleted? Like, you know what I mean? This is what we do as content creators. It's always going to be a snake in the garden. I love, let's engage. The more engagement you got, the more bag that we could possibly get out here. So let them talk, they talk. I'm not dying. So for me, I was on some stuff like, instead of you sitting here worried about my mirror and worrying about he said my earrings were probably $5 came from eBay. I would have told him I paid $20 from the projects in Bridgeport. You could go get your grandma something. That's what you want to do. There's never no shade in my book. I got a silver pair and a gold pair. I don't care what you think, boss man, because I still get compliments on my earrings. And if you care so much and you have such a voice, you can donate to the Pure Fund. Period. Like, get out of here.
Well, next time, tell them to buy you something. That's the next. How about this? If you feel that way, you buy me something.
No, she said donate to the earring fund. That's right.
Yo, real. Dre, what about you? What was the best comment, worst comment you received?
Let's see. Worst comment. But there's a lot of them. Like, I talk too fast. I don't get to the point in my videos. Like, people just being like, well, I got canceled on TikTok once. That was pretty bad. But like, I got canceled.
Why are you canceled?
Nah, so this girl was clout chasing. So like one of my videos, you know how TikTok works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you can go instantly viral for like one random thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know really at first what you went viral for. But like this right when my TikTok kind of blew up. And like this girl, she's a black girl. She made a video about specifically how black men make her feel. Sorry, she made a video about how black men make her feel at frat parties. And she went to a PWI, so I was a little confused. I'm like, what black men, But anyway, she made a video saying that black men, only black men make her feel ugly, unseen, not like empty, like not considered, And I understand, like, I seen it play out in general, how I feel like black men don't defend black women. You know what I'm saying? So I understood that dynamic, but I'm like, this girl was in college too. But like I think she was not focused. Like, it could have been something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when you get older, you realize that people just don't like you. And also too, there's more than just black men at those events. So it's not black men making you feel that way, you know? So
Yeah.
like I commented something that was insensitive, not thinking like my comment would even make like would even matter, you know? And that was my first mistake. So I literally commented, no, and she also said that black men make her feel ugly. But like mind you, there was she had no altercation with nobody. She just said all these things without any scenario, like nothing. She just saying black men make her feel this way. But I'm like all the things you're complaining about are things that people do. You know what I'm saying? Men do, like women do to you too. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like black men make me feel ugly. And this girl looked like Stacey Dash. You know what I'm saying? Like she looked like Stacey Dash's cousin. Not like her exactly, but she was a very beautiful girl, you know? So I'm like, she wants clout, you know what I'm saying? She wants attention in some way. There's no like everything you're saying is not from this one particular race. Like these are all normal problems that everybody has, you know? And like you're generalizing it for one group. And I think you're you know. So in my thought process, I was processing the video. I'm like, no, you're not pretty. Like maybe it's like your breath or something. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to give her a different, you know. And like as funny as it was, some people laughed, and I didn't realize the comment went viral. It had like 20K likes in like not even an hour on her video. So so I'm like, oh, like I go on TikTok and I'm like, oh my, you know, a video blew up or something. I didn't know what it was. I see the comment. This girl reposted my comment and I made a whole video like creep, like aren't you like 28? But she was like 22. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just like she was mad. So she like made me look like as if I was like hitting on her. She goes, "You're such a creep. Like why you even come on my video?" You know what I'm saying? Like to further make a point to her message. And then everyone in her comments, thank God people understood I was trying to, you know. I'm like, they're like, his wording was wrong completely, which it was. It was a thought I said out loud. I shouldn't have typed it the way I typed it, you know. I also just said your breath maybe didn't stink. I don't know her, you know. But like, but like, I'm glad people were able to see beyond like my message, and they said I wasn't trying to be hurtful. But like, they were just like, in her comment, like, no, honey, like he's right, like you literally like you're blaming one group of people. It's not black men. Like he has a point. All your reasonings are just like really specific, and you're trying to clout chase right now because you probably see his following. And that's all the same comments. But like she was trying to cancel me. She was saying I was a creep. So like that was like a lot of pressure because like I felt genuinely bad. Like I was gonna apologize for everything, you know? But I'm just like, what am I apologizing for aside from saying that her best thing? You know what I'm saying? Like So like the next video she made was literally targeting black men. And that was her way to get to the top of TikTok. She knew that I'd make a response and it would trigger people. So the next video she made was her other best friend who was black saying, when you go to a PWI school, where there's all white people, you go to a PWI school and the black guys stare at you, but you don't want them. So I'm like, yo, I wasted all my time, you know what I'm saying? Feeling bad for somebody who didn't even want the compassion, you know what I'm saying? Like she just wanted clout. So like that was stressful for me. That was stressful for me because also too, some people in her comments who didn't even do the research to even read my comment beyond the videos that she made, they were commenting, oh, we're gonna tell your fiance, we're gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna look up your job. Like people are crazy, you know? But I'm like, I wasn't stressed about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could you really do? I didn't do anything really harmful. But like that was crazy. That's the craziest comment I ever received. And like I had really thinking, like, you know, like a lot of celebrities probably get so much worse pressure from people, you know, just because they're having a bad day. They're just trying to ruin your day, you know? So that was crazy.
That's true. Yeah,
but
that's true.
The best comment I got was I did a video on YouTube on black hair care and black hair care in corporate America. On like finding the right hairstyle to wear in a corporate setting. Because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? Like we're told braids are dusty, braids are ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Like from that corporate world, you know what I'm saying? Like it's discriminated against for our own natural hairstyles that aren't any of those things.
For the longest time.
It's insane. It's crazy, you know? And I'm like, it's not going to defer me from doing my job. Like, you hired me for my qualities, you know what I'm saying? Not because, you know? So if I'm wearing a brace, how's that distracting to you? Mind your business, do your work, you know? But like, a lot of people felt the same way I felt. And it gave them courage, you know what I'm saying? To like go on interviews with their afros, go on interviews with their braids, and find places that they felt comfortable in, you know? Because a lot of times you realize, well, I want to work for somebody who doesn't believe in who I am as a person, you know what I'm saying? If I got to put on a full-on front, we all know code switching is a survival skill. But if I got to put on a full-on front just to be who I am, it's not for me, you know?
Exactly.
And you have older generation who's so used to, I feel like, conforming in order to survive. You go to your parents like, oh, You know, they're like, cut your hair. You can't have long hair in corporate America. Like, make sure you wear a suit or tie. It's like, listen,
Yeah.
like times are different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to work here, you know? And like there's different ways to make money where you feel valuable. And that comes with your identity too. So people are getting really like they love that video and like it meant a lot to me, you know what I'm saying, to give back, as y'all mentioned before too. Because I didn't think not that I didn't
Yeah.
think I could do that with my videos, essentially, but like it wasn't the goal, but like I see how beneficial it could be. People watch you, you set examples, you know what I'm saying? So like in order for somebody to see
Mm.
my content as valuable, it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Josh, I want to start with you with this one. How? Let me ask you this: how do you, when you're in tough times, and when you feel like you don't want to continue, how do you get yourself out of that hole?
Oh man. Well, for most of the time, I take a step back. So I take a breather. I clear my head. I don't really like too much people in the room with me. Like it could be whether it's just me by
Mm.
myself, and I just like to just think to myself. And
Yeah,
this is gonna sound crazy. I actually came up with this yesterday, and what I do is like I think a lot. So I think to myself, and I always think, what, I'm better than this. Or sometimes what I do is I take my pain and I look at it and I smile at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't I do my best not to let nothing in this world keep me down, because this is already every time you look around, somebody's miserable or somebody's going through something. I want to be that person to just smile through everything, man. Have fun through everything. It's just getting too crazy now where, with the viruses coming out and, so I just do my best just to just smile at everything. And like I said, I just sit down with myself and I just talk to myself. I coach myself through stuff like, you know what? It's not the end of the world. Sometimes it's just a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just a
right.
slight little storm. You get what I'm saying? So I just over and over talk to myself over and over, and then I just shake it off. I shake it off, and then I get up and fight. Every day's a fight. You get what I'm saying? Every day's a fight. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. But what I'm
Right.
not gonna allow to happen, I'm not gonna allow something bad or something evil conquer me. You know what I'm saying? I want to conquer it. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
That's huge.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. The
No
true
problem.
wisdom. When you're going through dark times and you're trying to get out of that hole, what do you do to try to stay consistent?
For me, it's like depending on the platform. I'll kind of just go back and look through my videos and see how many people have commented or how many people have been like, oh, I love this video, how I made them feel. And that alone can give me the push to like, all right, Trudy, get your behind up and record a video, because YouTube, I used to record 7 days a week. It went from 7 days a week to 1 day a week now, because I've started doing so many things like with my restaurant and stuff. But right now I'm in a battle as we speak. Like I'm fighting as we speak to find that balance again, because at first, like I said, it was just fun for me, and then the money became a factor. But the manager in me is having to own the fact that with anything that is fun comes structure, especially if you want it to be part of your career. So now at this point, I'm trying to find the structure, because I have to be consistent, because people generally depend on me. Like far as like me motivating them, picking them up, bringing my content. Like, so I don't want to let people down, because I know that I'm a vessel of God. And I know that when my videos, it could be something small for me, but it's big for other people. Just how real I be keeping it. People love it. So right now I'm just like really in a place where, like I said, I'm fighting as we speak, like finding like a system where I can touch every platform, so every platform doesn't feel neglected. Because yes, it's fun for me. Yes, I do want the money. It's not like a big thing right now, because I know that it's gonna come down the line. I'm gonna get my big break one day. But I know that if I can't find that structure, I'm not even gonna get what I deserve, because I'm missing opportunities. Myself get in my head. You feel me? So right now I'm trying to get back into, all right, Trudy, what would you do respectfully when you was working for the man? When you was working for the man, you was getting up at 8 o'clock because you had to clock in at 9, and you wasn't trying to be late because you didn't want to lose your spot. So now I'm trying to find a position in my life where I need to make sure I could put myself accountable. Like, Trudy, why you ain't record a video at 12? Why? Because you wanted to do this, that, and the third. But if you was working for the man, you would have made sure you was there. I got to hold myself more accountable and stop making excuses, because it's not playtime yet. It's coming, but it's not playtime yet. So I'm in a place now where I'm just trying to, keep interacting with my supporters and my aces, like I call them, and my friends and my family, so that because they're my motivation. Without them even, no matter how much I motivate them, they motivate me. I'm trying to find like maybe a system, a journal, I don't know, like a calendar. I'm thinking about after this no October to like get a work calendar for my social media, like making sure that I'm posting consistently at these certain times, because believe it or not, consistency and structure on your platforms can help you go viral sometimes, instead of you just trying to pop a video out here and there, because it's the consistency. People are like, oh shoot, every day at 12 she drops a video, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go back, then they're gonna tell a person, didn't tell a person. But when you stop dropping at 12 and they told that one person, that would have been that one person that might have want to invest in your whole dream, you missed your shot because you wasn't being consistent.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I agree with you.
I'm in a place right now where I'm just trying to find that consistency again, because I don't want to say I got comfortable, but I got comfortable in a sense because I know that I could do it, if that makes sense. But now I got to put the manager hat back on that I was doing for the people when I was working for others. Because I'm worthy of it as myself. I can put the manager hat on for myself, and I need to find structure again, if that makes sense.
It makes a
it makes
lot of
sense.
sense.
It makes sense.
Makes a whole bunch of sense. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, both said something really powerful as far as like support. You know what I'm saying? Like getting yourself back in line to be consistent and put the work out of the content you want to create. I think you should have a little bit more compassion though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work it really takes to think of a skit, to think of a food, the edit clips. You know what I'm saying? That alone takes time. People don't understand how much work goes into it. You know? So like the fact that you're even thinking about it gives a little bit of compassion, a little bit of space. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this. You know, like you will get to it. You will do it. And I can't wait to see y'all get to where y'all want to get to, where y'all comfortable, where you could relax, you could sit back. You know. And then I have a follow-up question too, right? Y'all both mentioned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like how much you depend on yourself, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like get yourself out of a funk, get yourself out of you know, the run around in the circle of this like life. Do you have any support systems aside of like yourself?
I'm gonna let her answer.
Question.
I'm gonna let her answer.
So yeah, for me.
Oh, you paused it, true.
Yeah, she paused it?
Yeah, she paused. Yeah. Her phone paused.
Yo, Josh. Try not to move so much because your earpiece is making that sound, I think.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah, so basically like my family is my biggest support system, and I have a friend that I met from YouTube that is really inspiring to me. I met her. She lives in Ohio. Shout out to Justina Walker. She inspires me a lot, and she motivates me. When she doesn't see me post, she'll hit me up like, where you at? I haven't seen you. Or she'll do stuff like go like my last 5 older videos and drop a comment. I'd be like, oh, she's watching me. Like, she at? Like, so I really am thankful for those people. Like, you know, so I could say my mom and Justina.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
What's up? And you, cuz? Josh, what about you?
What are you, Josh?
Also, hold on, even before I say this, I'm outside, so it's like people cutting grass and stuff like that. So that might be that catching that on what's the name. But for me, it's my family and it's friends. So when I was doing the skits and like I'm still doing them, so I can walk down the street and it's somebody that I don't even know, and this is what made me want to do them even more. It's somebody I don't even know, and they just keep staring at me. Now I don't know why, but I feel like if you keep staring at something, you know, anything. And they're just literally looking, and then they was like, yo, you're the one on TikTok, right? The one that did such and such video. And I'm like, yeah, I did that. That was me. And they're like, yo, you funny as heck, man. Yo, listen, I followed you. I did it. And then their girlfriend is next to them, and their girlfriend is like, what are you talking about? And they'll pull up their phone and be like, look, and they both start laughing. And then when I get to a whole nother street, it's another group of friends that's like, yo, fam, we need to do a skit. Like I'm talking about right now, like we need to do a skit. And I'm like, so that's what keeps me going. That's what keep like the support system is the family, it's the friends, it's people I don't even know. And like I said, just to be able to make somebody laugh, no matter what, it's good for me. Even if I don't make it, it's good for me.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So now, yeah, you're gonna make it, man. Yo, so now I'm gonna ask y'all. Now we're gonna go to a segment. I need to ask y'all, I'm gonna say one video each. Like I have 4 videos here from each of y'all. And I'm gonna need y'all to explain it. But Josh, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with you. If y'all don't know, yeah, he does TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, but he's also a rapper too. I need you to explain because you just did your first show in Manchester, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, yes.
Tell me how that was, man. Tell me how your first show in Manchester was when you were on that stage. Tell me how that was.
Oh man, it was a beautiful thing because now I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So my people's called me to come do a show. She was like, would you like to open up for Cannabis and would you like to open up for Ghostface Killer? So I said, of course.
Oh,
So, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Gives me the address. We shoot down there. We get down there, and you know what's crazy? I didn't have butterflies at all. This is when it kicks in. It's the crazy thing. The moment I'm about to go on the stage, that's when it kicked in. Like it literally kicked in. But I was talking to myself. I said, come on, man, you got this. You've been here before, man. Come on, you got this. This ain't about nothing. So I was just basically hyping myself up. And oh man, when I got up there, I said, yo, listen, it's just for the experience. Like, how are people gonna know who you are if you don't let them know? So what I did was I got up there. It was a beautiful thing. And it was my first show, and the people embraced me with open arms. And I loved it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved it. I rubbed shoulders with people, and you know, they was giving me advice on what to do, what not to do. But to answer your question, once again, it was a great experience. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
yeah, man. Yo, I was happy when I saw that video, man, because I know how dedicated you are with hip hop. I know how dedicated you are with rapping. So like to see that video, that hit me too. I'm like, yo, damn, he actually went out there. That's what's up. So I give my flowers to you, bro, because I know you've been spitting for a minute, and you nice. Like it's not like you trash. You nice. So like to see other people see that makes me feel good too, man. That's what's up, bro.
And can I add this? It's just a small thing. When you're doing something great, I noticed that the devil tries to step in so hard. So no matter what,
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
When we're on a highway going to the show, the GPS kept shutting off. I don't know why, but it just kept shutting off. It kept shutting off. So we had to literally stop and pull over on the side of the highway to keep it going. We even had to switch phones. Oh, you take this phone. So much because the GPS, I don't know why it kept doing it, but I was like, yo, Satan, you trying to win. I said, Satan's trying to take over, but we got there though. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Also, that could have been happening because not even the devil, it could have been a sign from God, like y'all on the right road. This is the path. Y'all don't need no GPS. I want y'all to know that self-consciously, y'all got this. This is where y'all supposed to be. You feel me now?
Yeah.
I love it.
LaTrue, tell me about I got the Scorpion Challenge right here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, God.
The Scorpion Challenge had me dying, especially after you started feeling that in your mind. Like when that spice kicked in, that had me crying. Tell me how do you get these ideas doing these challenges? But explain the Scorpion Challenge, because I don't think you should have used chocolate milk. Me personally, I don't think that was a good idea.
That was a challenge I got called out on. And back when I first started doing YouTube, I was like the challenge guru. I'm always snapping on a challenge. Somebody's calling me out. I'm a challenge your challenge, right? So that time I couldn't take spice. So when I did it mentally, I wasn't prepared. I still got the sauce as we speak. I have like 3 bottles I'm trying to get rid of because I thought I was gonna really kill it. I'm gonna pour it all on there. But someone told me that
bad idea.
Yeah, somebody told me that. Well, so this is the thing. Dark chocolate helps for spice, right? So I'm thinking, okay, dark chocolate, I'm good. No, you're not good, church. You're not. It was a worse. I felt like it opened up all my pores in my tongue and poured more hot sauce inside. And I just wanted to cry and fall on the floor. It was the most crazy experience I think I've ever experienced, except when I did that gummy bear video. The gummy bear video, the hottest gummy bear in the world, that one, I wanted to pour the bottle of milk on top of my body because I thought that I was going to poop on myself. It was so intense.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, when I was crying when I saw that video, you went, first of all, I want to tell you right now, True, you ain't right. I'm gonna just say that all. Because the funny thing about it was she didn't put it in the bowl. She had it tucked in the cut. Like that was a funny thing. So then when she dared her significant other to eat the gummy bear, it was so crazy. And then I think they cut it in half. What really had me crying on that is when I seen her in a corner and she was burping. Like if you caught that whole, she was like, oh my God. I was crying. Oh my gosh.
Bro, you can't mix spice and dairy together. That your stomach is bound to get fucked up. Bound to get fucked up. That's crazy. LaTrue, tell me about y'all both did, because y'all both can talk for this one. The starving challenge. I watched the whole video. Had me dying too. What made y'all wanna have one person eat for 2 minutes and have the other person starve? Who came up with that challenge?
All right, so shout out to V Love's Life once again, the lady that I was speaking of. Her son name is Zaddy Chunk Chunk, and he's also a really famous YouTuber. He had this that's his challenge, and he was asking smaller content creators to do the challenge. So at that time, me and my significant other, we're not together anymore, right? So I'm like, dang, who I'm gonna do it with? Who am I gonna call? So I'm like, oh, Spaz, let's go. Meanwhile, me and Spaz never met each other in person until that day. And we didn't practice, we didn't rehearse. It was just like straight go time. And when I say that was the most fun I had so much fun doing that video. I can't wait to do it again. I told Spaz that he needs to start doing mukbang videos, challenges, because he is for this. The animation, like how into he was, like how involved he was in the video. You definitely you could go far as a mukbanger because they love that. They love it.
Yeah. You're also vegan though. I watched the video and you're vegan. How long you been vegan for?
So I'm pescatarian. So like I still eat cheese and like eggs
and fish.
Yep, but I just don't eat meat. I'm actually going through like a spiritual journey right now. On Saturday, makes 100 days sober, 100 days no meat. So
okay. Congrats. What's up?
Thank you. I just don't want to I just feel like, animals have a lot of negative energy in their body when they get slaughtered. It's like a lot of them, especially during this pandemic, when they're not being slaughtered correctly. So I've noticed like suffering from anxiety and stuff. My anxiety levels have dropped so much because I've stopped eating meat, because I've stopped allowing that negative energy in my body. So like right now, I'm just like trying to make sure that my mind, body, and soul is at its clearest state, because I feel like my time is coming so close. I don't want anything that I'm eating or might like self-destruct with to take that from me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cause Josh, what do you think? Like, what was your take on the video? Cause there was some difficult questions you were asking, like the rock paper scissors shoot challenge. Like, tell me your opinion on that video.
Well, number one, I'm gonna say this. That was deep what you just said, like slaughtering the animals. That I never really looked at that. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy because she hit me up. She said she wanted to do the video. So and this is the first time we ever met up in person. We never met in person, nothing like that. So we got up. She's telling me about the challenge. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm starving. We got there, and I'm looking at the questions and everything, and I already looked at the video, and I'm like, yo, this is deep right here. So when we actually did it, we had so much fun. First of all, we grabbed like 3 plates. So off the rip, we grabbed like 3 plates. The games was pretty fun. The questions we were asking each other was pretty fun, and we were trying to stump each other. You get what I'm saying? Because we didn't eat. So we was trying to
I
get
was
to the
starving.
yes. But we was trying to get to the point to where you cheated though. I think I boiled eggs or something. You cheated. I ain't have nothing. I just had water. That's literally
I
all
think
I
I did.
had.
I think I did. I think I was late too. I was like 2 hours late picking you up.
Yeah. So but everything was doing, and it was a good vibe. It was a good energy because usually if it's not good energy, I won't do it. I don't care if there's money involved, but because we got up even in the car, just a car ride, we laughed, we had fun, we had good talks, and then we got there. We're playing this game, and I'm sitting there, and I'm rubbing it in her face, she's rubbing it in my face, and we just keep piggybacking and just going off of each other. And I was trying to throw just small little comedy in there to grab fans and be like, oh, you know what, that's crazy, just to give them a little laugh. So I had a ball. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Dre, you got anything to say? Dre?
I was muted. It told me to.
Oh yeah,
No,
no,
I'm saying I think it's great though when like two great creators can come together, collab, you know what I'm saying, and have pure fun, and that energy does come through in the videos, So like, I think it's a phenomenal thing for sure.
Yeah, yo.
Obviously, it happened in many different aspects. Like, hopefully, along the process, you're doing your comedy, your rap, you do more skits with other local artists. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how we put Connecticut on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. Facts.
Facts. There's not that many people. Like, all we have right now, like Charlie D'Amelio is only like for TikTok. You know what I'm saying? The girl, she's from Norwalk, I think. So like,
yes, she is. She's from Norwalk.
Yeah, so it's like you don't hear most people coming from Connecticut that are actually doing things that are still active, Like Cassie's from New London, but like she's had a hit, like how long? She's not with Diddy anymore, So it's like people are really talented here. And it's great to see other people here supporting other people here. People don't do that, So like the energy, keep bringing it, you know what I'm saying? Like keep posting. I'm excited to see it. It makes me smile for sure.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I wrote out a game, and me and her's gonna get to it. So it's me and her been talking, but I wrote out a game myself. Watch this next game we play. Watch this.
Okay, I actually got one more video for y'all to explain. Josh, I'm gonna start with you, man. This is one of your skits. The pastor being the plug. Explain that video, because I watched it a bunch of times, and like I was like, what is this dude doing? Like, but that shit was hilarious because they don't know. Yeah, the pastor might be cool, but he might have a little something on the side. Like, everybody ain't perfect.
Yeah. It's because as we know, we grew up in church. We came up in church. We used to go to church together. So my whole mental was, I'm like, I don't know what it's God for me. I know God knows that I have a sense of humor. So me just sitting down, I'm like, I want to do something with like a preacher, a pastor. I'm like, but I know that's not his only hustle. Like, I know he got to do something, whether it's, sell plates or anything. So I took it to drugs. Like, so he's but at the end of the day, he got something bad that y'all don't know about. He got some skeletons in his closet. And me just thinking, that's just how I came up with it, went there. And now all I had to do was find out a name. I'm like, what should I name him? I need a name that's going to ring. And when I said Pastor Clark, it came just like that. And then I went there and I just did it. And I was that.
Yo, you a fool for that, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. You a fool for that. The truth. Can you explain this? This was probably my favorite video. I think you did it with one of your friends. The generational curse. I watched that video yesterday, and I was like, damn, you guys are speaking some facts. But what made you guys decide to want to do a video like that? Because y'all were speaking facts. I just want to hear what made you want to do that video.
So it's called True Time Topics. We do it every Saturday on Facebook Live. And I thought so basically for me, I just wanted to do True Time Topics. I used to have a show called True Car Club that I let get to 100 episodes, and then I canceled the show, if that makes sense, when we hit 100 episodes. But I just wanted to bring a place where we could talk about real stuff like breaking generational curses, because people don't understand how serious it is about when it comes to breaking generational curses. If we don't want things to continue in our families, in our neighborhoods, in our lines of work, we have to be the one willing to break that curse, because there's high key curses out here. Like there's generations of people that don't understand, if you don't stop beating your kids, we're not going to stop people having these anger issues. Like I don't beat my children. I don't believe in putting my hands on them, because don't get me wrong, I used to get beat. Like I come from a family where you know, spare the child, get the rod, all that craziness. Like, you feel me? But I'm on some stuff like, when you're beating your sons and you're beating your daughters, they're more accustomed to come in relationships of domestic violence and thinking it's okay because I'm doing something wrong, someone's going to put their hands on me, or the way that I should straighten up is because I was raised with someone putting their hands on me, or you're going to make your child rebel. So it's like, for me, I just wanted to have a conversation where people understand that it's okay to be the different one in your family. It's okay to have your living wills already written up. It's not unnormal. We need to normalize things like having wills, having life insurance,
for sure. I'm
because
sorry.
yeah, definitely. Because unfortunately, people, especially when you have children in the streets, and then you think like, oh, you know, they're not coming in the house, you know, they're gangbanging, but you work all these hours and you're saying that's the reason why you can't be there. But then when they come up dead, you can't bury them. And then you're working still 40, 50, 60 hours just to get their body bare minimum cremated because you can't afford the funeral. And it's like, we have to understand, if we have the money to go pay a phone bill or do anything that's luxury, our final days is just as important as our present days. So we have to have insurance, you know, we have to break those generational curses and have those conversations with our parents, with our children. You know, I talk about it with my kids. Like I had a conversation with my mom. We still didn't get to where I want to get to, but you know, it made her uncomfortable because unfortunately that's not something that they talked about. And I told her, Mom, we don't got to talk. We're going to talk about it, because at the end of the day, your final days, I want to make sure that you're okay. And at the end of the day, if you have stable income, $10, $20 of you securing your funeral is necessary, because this is how families become broken. This is how generational curses continue for decades and years, because now siblings hate each other because ones want to go on the streets and one want to go to work, but nobody understands that everyone's grieving differently. But if that parent would have had life insurance or a living will, their nothing is something to somebody when they're still breathing, when other people are still breathing. You can have 2 socks and a pair of drawers. Your kid's gonna fight over them 3 items. But if you would have had a living will, you can solve all those issues, like, you know, or you learn to go to therapy because you're traumatized because you lost somebody that you love. Like, we have to normalize things that we were taught up and brought up, being taught that they're not okay. They are okay. They're in the system. They're put out here in the system so that we can be the best us. And this is why there's so many people self-destructing, and you get laughed at when you don't want to drink, or you get laughed at because you don't want to smoke, or people don't want to invite you places because you don't want to do the things they're doing. But it's like, dare to be different, if that makes sense, because this is how we're going to break the generational curses. This is how we teach our children early how to wash clothes, how to pick up behind themselves. I'm not nobody's maid. Once you know how to stand up and wipe your own behind, you are capable. So being able to pick up your toys and your shoes, you are capable. If you can brush your teeth, that means you know how to clean. You are capable of washing out your own bowl. You're not going to get used to me as your mother and put that duty on me when you have to take accountability. Because if you don't do it now, you'll get your own home. You'll be messy. You'll think that your boyfriend or your girlfriends are supposed to do it for you. You'll think that if God forbid, I die when my kids are young, which I have a faith that I'm going to live to 108. But okay, if I go tomorrow, my kids will be able to survive. Like, I taught my daughter by the age of 4 how to make like oatmeal in the microwave. Like, I taught her the basics, and like, you know, I wasn't taught that stuff. I was taught to get out the kitchen because you might get burned. No, if I don't get burned, I don't know how to fix it. So it's like, we have to learn, you know, just as people, to be okay and willing to break the generational curses and have these uncomfortable conversations with our friends and our family, because if we don't, it's going to be generations and generations of the same stuff.
Man, that is you just dropped so many bombs that are phenomenal that I think will go over a lot of people's heads. Like, literally, even with the insurance and leaving things behind, That's a way to make generational wealth for your bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Life insurance. Keep you opening policies, $5 every other week, $5 a month. That's the way. When you go, your family will be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And you can distribute to where you want it to go. So like that's a great point in itself. Breaking curses, like it's funny you say that too. I recently just came to the conclusion I'm not gonna beat my kids either. I don't have children yet, but I talked about it with my fiance because we're in the process of merging our lives together. You know, so like we talk about things that we grew up with, things that were normal, things that were normal to us but isn't really normal in general, and how we're gonna unlearn. You know, because we want to be different versions and better versions for our kids. And like I really thought about it, like. At first, I didn't see the whole huge problem with even beating your kids. You know what I'm saying? If it was to discipline them, it did something wrong. And I didn't really sit back and think about it like, even if I did something wrong, I wouldn't want to be beat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want somebody to hit me ever, you know? Because like, you can talk to somebody or you take something away from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have that repercussion than actually getting hit. So we're so used to like, you know, we're kind of conditioned to be treated a certain way. You know, we went to the same church. You run around the state, you get church beatings. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were kids.
Those were the worst. Those were the worst.
You know what I'm saying? Sit down, be quiet, you know? But it's like you're conditioned that these are just normal. You know what I'm saying? Like we laugh at it, we make jokes, but like a lot of stuff we laugh through, we can get over. And it's huge. Breaking those curses, man, like it's a beautiful thing. And you said it multiple times too, Latrue. You're deserving. You deserve, you know what I'm saying, to do this for your children. You deserve to obtain the things that you didn't obtain when you were a kid. You deserve it. And a lot of us feel like we're not able to possess these things because it's been so far out of our reach. It's been so distant, you know? And we deserve it. So, like, that's huge. And I can't wait to check out the episode because from the 10 minutes you just spoke, man, like, you hit, like, 7 different bombs.
Yo, for real. For real. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Josh, you got anything to say about that?
Yo, honestly, listen, man. She's impeccable. Like, honestly, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I still learn from her because, like, even when we talk, we're just like basically just talking. Honestly, everything she says, man, it's just like, it's like, okay, all right. Like, so one thing when she talks, she makes you think. You get what I'm saying? No matter what. You know what I'm saying? She makes you think. So I love it. Anytime we talk, you know what I'm saying? She's like, no, you can do this, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? She's basically like what you call it, like a second or a third thought. Like when you doubt in yourself, sometimes she'll pop it and be like, man, you could do this because her confidence. And it's excellent. But she definitely did drop a lot of bombs to see some people don't really think like that. You know, like even people in the streets, they just think, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get this money and do this. Okay, but you're not thinking about, I'm just giving an example. You're not thinking about an LLC. You're not thinking about this. You're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about when your kids do get older to leave this behind. So she definitely had a lot of bombs right there, though.
It's light. That's what that is.
And it's so true because especially those that's out here getting money. I'm just gonna keep it real. The ones out here on the block getting true money. I'm not gonna condone and say, okay, keep on selling the drugs. No, I'm never gonna say that. But if you're gonna do this, right, and you're gonna be out of your children's life because it comes with the lifestyle, there's no reason why each of your baby mothers, if you have multiple, you do not have life insurance with your children as the beneficiary. Because God forbid somebody take your life, at least your children, you don't want to pay the child support now? Cool. But God forbid something happen, your kids will be straight. That's what I don't understand. If you're going to be in the streets and you got children, have life insurance for each child and make sure that they are the beneficiary of those policies, or bare minimum, your child's mothers. Hopefully they'll do the right thing. You get what I'm saying? But you have to make sure you do these things because unfortunately, I know a lot of females that have that their children fathers are in the streets and they hound them for money in the present. It's like, don't hound that person in the present to encourage and push them to go to the streets. Ask that man to come sign this life insurance policy because God forbid something happen, at least it's not all non and void because we lose people that's in the street on a regular. It's unfortunate, but this is the facts. So if you want to play with the cards, you got to make sure you're flipping out the right hand.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to add something before we move on. About the generational curse. I want this to make sense. One thing that I want from the older generation is I want them to respect that we're making the change. I think a lot of times when we do make a change, they seem to be envious. They seem to throw some negative hate. But no, we're just trying not to go in that circle. And I wish one day that they could just be supportive. Yeah, we have some of them that are supportive. Maybe they're related, but all in all, the older generation, they need to work on themselves too, because we're just trying to change. We're not trying to do the circle that's been happening for years and years. And and it has to change. It has to, because the way we're going and doing all these circles, we're just gonna end up back at the same place where we were before. And I think it's important to get that support, because we don't have that support like we need to, like other races have. And I think it's important for us to get that support. That's the only way we're going to continue to grow. And I think the older generation needs to understand that we
I
need
also
that
feel like
support. We
too,
need that love.
I feel like, it's just, for me, it's a double-headed story, right?
I'm
So
with
I
you.
kind of like, I agree, but then I disagree, right? Well, this is why.
Mhm.
I agree because I feel like we do need that older support, right? But unfortunately, the world that we live in, a lot of us reproduce really young. It's a lot of us young people out here, right? So if we inbred in our children's, our little cousins, the kids we see around us, we can take over the world. Like, we can make a change, and they would have no choice but to comply. If they see their grandchild, their young son friend, and the co-workers at the job, all of us like really be serious about it. And because unfortunately the older community, they have a big impact on us as the youth. They don't even own the fact that, some of us, a lot, especially me, like I be wanting approval from my aunts and my uncles because they've been here for a long time. Like, I mean, but in the same breath, I know that the ones that, especially the aunts and uncles and the ones in my community that used to a year ago think like, oh, this girl is crazy as heck on this internet doing this crazy stuff. Like, now, a year later, they be like, oh, baby, I see you on that internet. Keep doing what you're doing. Because now their nieces is talking about me. Their young caregivers is talking about me. Now they see me advertising on my vehicle and they drive by them every morning when they out there feeding the birds. Sometimes we got to be, as the youth, to be okay with being uncomfortable and alone and being in front of everybody, because then eventually everyone's going to follow, especially what you're doing with this podcast, doing these interviews. Like, a lot of people might not understand it. A lot of people might say, like, why is
Mhm.
this? Like, these people are not even that viral, or they don't got enough followers. But the drive that you have just to put the light on other people when you're still building your empire is going to just help change the world. But you see on the screen, we're all of the youth. You get what I'm saying? And we're the ones that's going to push you, keep you motivated in ways that if you feel down, you can look back on this and see how much of an impact you're doing for three people that look just like you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm going to spread the word to people that look like me, that's in my age bracket. And then eventually we're going to take over the world. And the older people ain't going to have no
Yes.
comply. Just like back in the day when they, unfortunately, slavery and stuff, they have older people, in my opinion, are easily influenced when they see a group of people doing something, even if they don't want to admit it. They're the type of people that pray for you. Oh, I hope that baby get everything that they want, or that ain't for me, but it looked good for you. And sometimes them silent prayers and those silent motivations
Mhm.
is all we really need, because they
Yep.
set fuels in places that we don't even know really light them up at yet. If that makes sense, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Dre, what's your final thought on it?
I mean, I definitely agree. I think it's double. I think it's a double-edged sword. I feel like they're conditioned from a certain time. You know what I'm saying? We're only
Yeah.
opening up, I think, because the times we're living in. We're seeing that there's different ways to do things. It's always have to be a struggle. It's always have to be hard. And it's hard for them to accept it because the only way they know is the hard way. So they don't see they don't see the other options as really feasible. So like it's like having compassion, I think, on both ways. I don't need them to conform or understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be the best example I can be for my siblings and my future children. So like I'm kind of it's not a lost cause. I think people who aspire us aspire us. And I think if they
Yeah.
actually pay attention, if they do decide to, they'll feel the change. You know what I'm saying? It's electric. That light is electric. I feel it watching their videos. I feel it in this in this podcast right now. everybody's light in here, it bounces off, and you feel motivated to do something. Like I've been thinking about 3 different ideas to make for videos since we've been on this live right now because of how inspired I am from all y'all. So I'm excited to go run and do it. You know, that's the way we got to do it. You know.
Yeah. Josh, what about you? Your final thought on it?
My final thought is, just like, everything's changing and, up in life. I think whoever you are in life, you should just be secure with yourself. You feel me? Whether somebody likes it or whether they don't like it, you're always going to bump into people who, even if you're doing right, somebody always has something to say or just don't like it. And that's what it is. That's like if you walk into, like a sneaker store, those pair of Jordans, they look good, but everybody might not like it. You know what I'm saying? Or some people don't know how to adapt to that. You feel me? Like, see, I bumped into some people who said they don't know how to do comedy skits. They would love to do it. And I gave them the best advice. I said, look, all I do is just dive out there and have fun with it. Just an example. But the support and for me also, I like to learn. So that's where people should become, just sitting there and trying to learn and soak up as much game and as much energy as you can. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always said that no matter how much information you know about one topic, there's always room for improvement, always room to learn. You're a student in this game called life, and you gotta always be able to learn. So I agree with that. But we're gonna go on to the final topic before we let y'all go. We're on the final topic. We're gonna talk about future content. LaTrue, what is future content looking like for you? What do you have? What ideas do you have coming up, and what do you think your YouTube channel is heading towards?
So for me, I really want to start doing more like in-person stuff. Like I want to start doing more funny stuff. I want to keep the channel spicy. So like people want me to start doing cooking videos. So for me, a lot of people hit me up like, Trudy, start doing cooking videos. But for me, I don't really want to do too many cooking videos because I cook. I have a restaurant. And it's like with that, it's a double-headed sword because some people are telling me to cook because they want to really see my recipes. And some people want me to cook because they want to steal my recipes. So for me, I'm like, I'm on some stuff right now where it's like, I kind of want to start doing like in-person interviews. It's like walking up to people like, what would you do for this? Or, and I want to go back doing my social security videos to educate my people. And people can expect like a lot more food reviews. So to nutshell that, food reviews, in-person, spontaneous, like funny content, and more family videos with me and my daughters because I haven't done a lot with them lately because they just act like they too good for me now. But I want to get more memories with them because I want to tell them like this is why we did this. This is all about the memories. Like we gotta stick together. Like so yeah, for me like that's what I have in plan for my channel. Just getting more genuine to myself. I'm staying away from the challenges and stuff because I want to eat 30 chicken legs in 10 minutes. Like I don't want to die. No, don't want to. So I'm trying to stay away from doing things that other people are doing and just being my simple self. So with me being me, it's always going to be something different because I feel like, you never know when your time is coming. And I never want to go tomorrow thinking that I didn't do everything that I wanted to do today.
I like that. Thank you for sharing that. Josh, what about you?
And I got a question for y'all. I want to ask y'all before we get off of this, podcast.
Yeah.
For me, besides the comedy, besides the music, I want to do stuff like, basically like be a motivational speaker. So motivational on different topics. So a motivational speaker on people who have been incarcerated. People who haven't been incarcerated, basically not in order to go to prison. Because, prison's not a good thing. Some people glorify it. Me, I don't glorify it. I don't glorify that at all. Also be a motivational speaker as far as, what steps to take if you don't know how to do something. Because like you said, so some people, they don't want to teach you stuff. Like I bump into a lot of people who knows how to do stuff and they won't teach you. Like just because like, in the game that we're at, just like Andre said, it's like a competitive sport, but they get to the point to where I don't want you to be ahead of me. You get what I'm saying? When versus, if you were smart, what I would have did was, you know what? Okay, he's gonna outshine me. I'm gonna put him in front, let him gather the crowd, and then he pull me in there. You get what I'm saying? That's how I just look at things different. You know what I'm saying? If you outshine me, you outshine me.
Yeah.
You know, but that's where I'm at with the motivational, as far as the content, like I said, and also how to save your money, how to save more money, and then once I learned fully about the credit and everything, how to get your credit up, how to come out of the hole if you're in debt or anything like that. So it's just basically just want to give back and just give, motivational speeches.
Appreciate you for sharing that, man. Yo, Dre, do you have any last thoughts before we wrap it up? Because we got something special at the end. We got something special at the end. Dre, any final thoughts?
All right, sorry. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear you say my name. My bad. Yeah, I mean, this is great. I really appreciate y'all both coming on here, sharing your experience. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's really relatable. A lot of it's very inspiring. And like, keep going. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Just start. And I know you'll find the rhythm, the true, when it comes to finding the schedule for your content. You know, but like, you guys have a lot to give. I can feel it. So I'm really excited to see you guys at the top.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before we do something special, because we gotta have Josh spit his shit. But before we do that,
Yes.
Can you give us some words of wisdom, and for the people that are trying to get self-confident, self-motivated, and trying to be the better version of them, can you give us any advice, any wisdom that you want to share with us?
Definitely, I would love to do that. So, like, what I want to say is, like, remember that no matter what you're doing, it's not a you doing it. Believe in you, nobody else will. So sometimes you have to kind of just start with yourself. Look in the mirror, like, repeat after me. Look in the mirror and say, "I am good enough. I am good enough." And without me, change will not happen. When you say those things over and over and over in the mirror, they will start to become your reality. You will start to see those things. Sometimes not even like in that present moment, but our self-conscious mind will start to like bring that in our everyday lifestyle. Like, I'm worth it. I'm good. I'm important, and always remember that the uncomfortable will get comfortable. If you're ever in a situation in life and you feel like this is uncomfortable or this is just not for me, it's a place probably where you probably should stay, especially if you started it out of like passion, like, dang, I want to be a rapper, I want to be a content creator, I want to be a motivational speaker. If you've done it once and you impacted one person, you definitely will impact other people. Don't let anyone that doesn't have the same dream as you tell you that your dream isn't good enough, because God don't give dreams to everybody. So you have to understand, when you have that thought and you feel like it's good enough, God gave that gift to you. So like, I can't stress, keep it true in everything that you do, because it starts with you. It's not a you. Enough of
yes, thank you.
If you're better, we're better. So always do your best. And even if you feel like your best isn't good enough, or even if you feel like what you're doing isn't the best, if you keep doing it, you will get better. So never give up. Giving up is easy. Keeping going, that's the hard part. But anything hard eventually does get easy.
Yes, I do.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. All right, yo, we gotta end the show off with a freestyle, because let the people hear your content, please.
Got you.
Yes.
Do me a favor, 1 second before we end. I want to ask y'all a question. So for Dre and for Ray, what made y'all want to do a podcast? What made y'all want to do this?
Okay, I'll go first. So during 2021, where I live, I'm in Spain right now. So during the summer, I don't work in the summer. So like, being from the United States, being from the States, we're always working. So I had a lot of time on my hand. And I came to realize, I love talking to people. I love sharing experiences. I love learning about other things that people do. Maybe it's gonna help me in the future. So I was thinking. I was like, you know what? I know the perfect person that's gonna gonna be there and is going to give that energy. Is going to be able to learn as well. So I hit up Dre, and Dre was willing to do it. I'm so thankful for Dre because he has been there and he's been consistent. Even when he's not on, he's supporting, he's putting it out. And I knew he was the perfect person to do it with. And just having Dre motivate me to continue to be consistent. Dre is a very dedicated person, and I think when you have that same energy, it becomes contagious. So for me, it was easy. The first episode, I was like, yo, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Yo, this is fun. Yo, let's do another one. So I'm happy to not have quit on myself because in the past I've quitted so many things. I've left so many things because it got hard. But this one, it's easy. It's not something I feel like is a job. It's fun. It's fun. From the video editing, from asking people to do it. For me, it's not a job. So I want to thank Dre, and I'm just gonna continue to go with it, man.
Y'all are both doing a good job too.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yo, yeah. So Josh, hit us with something, man, and let's end off the show.
I got you. I said if death is for certain, then while we trying hard to live, where I'm from, grown men trying off the kids. I'm the nigga in the trap when you cross the bridge with cats who keep loyalty from cars and cribs. My dimes like 220s in the jars is big. If there's dust in the house, yo, guard the fridge. I don't care about the money, just a man of respect who gamble and bet. No ice on my hand and my neck. Fuck flowers. When I speak, your panties get wet. When I'm done, I puff sour and I scramble and jet. If you hustle in this game, I hope you planning to sweat. I hope your mind's in the right. Hope your hammer is kept. I came a long ways from doing hand in hand on the steps. Fell in love with the streets and found a hammer connect. Yo, tell them give me 6 O's. I'ma handle the rest. My name hold mad weight and I stand with the best. I smoke weed every day more than Redman and meth. No matter how much I smoke, I can't handle the stress. If the sneakers ain't Nike, then the sandals is checked. I'm polo down a brand new champion sweat. You heard?
Hey.
Woo! Yeah, yo.
Yes.
Speak that, yo. Talk your shit, yo. Just the Thought Podcast. We are out.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.